Bullying is an abuse of power, real or perceived, that targets children and their peers. It can be physical, verbal, or emotional, and often happens at school, turning learning into a painful experience. According to KILT, a learning and teaching initiative, annually over 3.2 million learners in South Africa experience bullying. This victim shares how bullying shattered his self-esteem.
I've been bullied most of my childhood because of how big I was growing up, and not just because of that, because I grew up having a very squeaky voice which sounded more of like a female's voice, and I'd get questions, people asking me if I'm a male or female, and that would affect me because people would assume maybe I'm gay, and that got to me. And also them bullying me about my body literally put down my self-esteem to the point where I always used to think of killing myself. There's one point where I was doing grade 9, there were these girls who were in matric. Every day when they saw me, they used to make fun of me. It got to the point where I got home one day, I had a knife, and I wanted to cut my man boobs off.
Exploring the mindset of both the bully and the victim, a child psychologist from the Teddy Bear Foundation explains that bullies are often influenced by socio-economic challenges faced within their families or communities.
Understanding the actual bully, what we need to understand is that hurt children hurt others. Often bullies are victims of some sort themselves. They often come from a background of adversity, and the adverse circumstances that we can unpack here is that these children may come from a home of domestic violence, where they're surrounded by domestic violence, a neighborhood of violence, just the culture of violence that they are exposed to and subjected to on a daily basis. But also we find in single-parent households, a victim often is one that's going to withdraw, will isolate himself or herself, will lose interest or show lack of interest in activities that they participated in previously. Their attention span would also decrease, so it would impact on their scholastic performance.
Addressing bullying in South African schools is far from straightforward, despite growing calls for zero tolerance policies. Child activist and founder of the non-profit Linzwa Foundation dedicates her time to the social welfare of children. She safeguards the well-being of approximately 200 children in rural areas by providing shelter, operating soup kitchens, and raising awareness about bullying.
My fellow mates, it's an anti-bullying campaign that we started after realizing that the numbers of kids being bullied increased. So we started the campaign visiting schools, and it was made easy by the clip that we saw on Cutting Edge done by Ubusi Zakwe. So we started a tour where we're teaching kids about bullying. We invited police, social workers, and I would say that the clip helped us a lot, because you find that most schools in rural areas, they don't have support of psychosocial support. So by us going around with the social workers, police, playing the videos, I think it did the trick, because kids were able to see the side of a child that is being bullied and the child that is a bully.
Calls for government to do more to protect children have become persistent.
The government is doing enough. Yes, the laws are there, they look beautiful. The Constitution, especially Section 28, they speak about the rights of the kids, but it's not done. It's something that's there and no one is doing anything about it. I would honestly, confidently say that if it wasn't for my NPOs, schools will not have access to social workers and psychologists, especially the rural areas.
A persistent reality Bullying in South African schools poses a significant challenge to the safety and well-being of children and remains one of the most underestimated yet persistent issues in education today. This crisis demands immediate and collective action to create safe, supportive environments where every child feels protected and valued. Monique Lewis, SABC News, Johannesburg.